Sorry everybody, but this is going to be part two. So for some reason my camera cut out. I don't know if it's the computer or the camera or they're not compatible, but nevertheless, to finish off what I was saying, Owen Jacek will be the pick. Next fight, Toshiomi Kazama versus Garrett Armfield. Toshiomi Kazama, 5'7", 69-inch reach. 10 wins, 3 losses, 26 years old. Garrett Armfield, 5'6", 70-inch reach. 8 wins, 3 losses, 26 years old. Toshiomi Kazama, plus 135. Garrett Armfield, minus 160. Garrett Armfield, definitely new guy to the UFC, seems pretty well rounded. I mean, he is susceptible to chokes and being taken down. Kazama is the ground guy. He's not a great striker. His whole game is trying to take people to the ground. He doesn't care how he does it. He keeps attacking. Even if he gets punched, he just keeps coming. He wants to take people to the ground. He's got creative submissions. Armfield is definitely susceptible to that. But Kazama, I think, is at a much lower level than Armfield. Armfield's fought a lot better competition. I think he's pretty well rounded. He's going to be on the feet. He's going to be pretty tough. He's going to be throwing a lot of punches. I don't think Kazama is a good striker at all. They're trying to set Kazama up to win. I mean, obviously, it's going to be a case of them bringing in the guys these guys can beat. But I don't think Kazama is good enough to be in the UFC. I think he's going to lose this. It's going to be a close fight. I think Armfield's going to win this. Armfield's 26 years old. Armfield's improving. Kazama, I'm sure he's improving as well, but he's just so submission oriented that I don't know. And it seems like he can't take a punch, but he tries to strike as well. I don't know. Armfield's going to be the pick on this one. I don't think this time it's going to work out for the UFC where they're trying to get a guy in there. I don't think Kazama's good enough. So he's probably going to lose this fight. Moving on. Armfield's the pick. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Lucas Brzeski. Waldo Cortez Acosta, 6'4", 78-inch reach, 9 wins, 1 loss, 31 years old. Lucas Brzeski, 6'4", 78-inch reach, 8 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 31 years old. Same age, same height, same reach. Waldo Cortez is minus 260 favorite. Brzeski is plus 210. You know, I mean, obviously the path to victory would be Cortez is not good on the ground. Once he gets on the ground, he doesn't know what to do. He does have good takedown defense though. But you got to be strong and powerful and a good takedown, have a good takedown ability to take him down. If you're just an average takedown guy and you're not strong enough, you're not going to get him down. This is where Lucas Brzeski's probably falls into. I think he could take people down. He's pretty good, but I don't think he's good enough or strong enough to take Cortez down. I think his defense is going to be too strong, so it's going to be on the feet. These guys throw about the same volume. I think Cortez is going to be a more powerful puncher. I think when he lands, it's going to be more visible, better looking on the judges. I think this goes to the judges' scorecards. I think that nobody gets knocked out. Everyone lasts the first 3 rounds. I think Acosta is going to win this by decision. It's going to look better when he lands. He's got more powerful punches. Brzeski's going to land a lot of low kicks. It's still not going to look that good for the judges. And that's what happened with Brzeski last time against Budai. He outlanded him, but he still lost the decision. Very questionable. But I think in this case, it's going to be very similar. Only you're dealing with a guy with more powerful puncher with Acosta, who's going to look even better and possibly, hurt him at times, hurt Brzeski at times. So Waldo Cortez is going to be the pick on this one. Moving on to the main card. Junior Tafa versus Parker Porter. Junior Tafa, 6'3", 75-inch reach, 4 wins, 1 loss, 26 years old. Parker Porter, 6 feet tall, 75-inch reach, 14 wins, 8 losses, 38 years old. Junior Tafa, minus 150 favorite, plus 125 for Parker Porter. Here's the thing. Parker Porter has a path to victory. It's simple. Take him down. He did fight Junior Tafa's brother. What was his name? The other Tafa, who's a little shorter. He's got a lower center of gravity. Porter was trying to take him down, would kind of be rushing in, and he got caught with a punch. And I think the other Tafa might be a little more powerful in his punches. Junior Tafa might be the better striker, but I think his brother is a more powerful puncher. He did knock Porter out. And here's the thing, it's not the same guy fighting. So Parker Porter has a path to victory. Junior Tafa has pretty good takedown defense. And even when he fought Muhammad Usman, he had pretty good takedown defense. Muhammad Usman had a really hard time getting a double leg or single leg. Literally, the only way Muhammad Usman got him down was he literally got him by his hands, he locked it, and he lifted him up by the crotch. And he dumped him down. And that took a lot of power. And it was just a power move. And he got him on the ground. He just basically lied on him. Granted, Tafa couldn't get up. He has a problem with that. I mean, Muhammad Usman did have a lot of top pressure. I think Porter can have a lot of top pressure. I just don't see Porter getting a double leg on him. I think his striking, his takedown defense is good. I just don't see Porter being able to take him down. Muhammad Usman took him down out of sheer strength. And I just don't see that much strength out of Porter, even though he is a big guy. Just the sheer athletic strength of Usman is what got Tafa to the ground. It was, he literally picked him up and tilted him over, and while he was getting punched. And every time Tafa did punch him, he was hurting him. And I think those punches will definitely hurt more on Porter. His chin is so-so. He's 38 years old. Think they're bringing Porter in there, flying him in there to lose against Tafa. Again, Asian card, Australia's in Asia. Let the Australians win. It's going to be a close fight. Porter has a path to victory. He's got to take this guy down and not get caught while he's going in. And it was Justin Tafa, his brother, that caught Parker Porter rushing in for a takedown because he knew with his past victory, and he got caught and he got knocked out. Who knows if that happens? But I think Tafa can hurt him. I think Tafa's going to win this fight. He's got pretty good stamina. Both of them are about the same as far as like 3-round stamina. Tafa's going to be the pick. It's going to be a close fight, but I think Tafa's going to be the pick. Definitely got a good chance for a knockout. If he doesn't get a knockout, it's going to be a close decision. Moving on. Aaron Blanchfield versus Taila Santos. Aaron Blanchfield, 5'4", 66-inch reach. 11 wins, 1 loss, 24 years old. Taila Santos, 5'7", 68-inch reach. 19 wins, 2 losses, 30 years old. Aaron Blanchfield, minus 140, favorite. Taila Santos, plus 120, underdog. There's a lot of love for Aaron Blanchfield. Everybody loves this girl. I just don't see it. I don't want to be the hater. I mean, but, I've been wrong when everybody's been on board. And I haven't been on board, and I haven't been sold. I think Ian Gary is one of them. I wasn't on board. I didn't believe it. And, after the last fight, I believed it. Actually, the fight before that. So, I mean, I kind of got on board. And granted, I'm thinking, am I just not seeing something? She's 5'4". She's not very tall. Look at the people she's beat. I mean, she beat, what's that English girl? Molly McCann. I mean, who cares? It's Molly McCann. Now, we know she's got terrible ground game. We know she's terrible on the ground. Who did she beat? She just beat Andrade. And Andrade has shown that she doesn't look like the same fighter as she did before. And she can get caught with punches and obviously chokes. And Aaron Blanchfield choked her out. She got terrible... Andrade's a terrible defense. I don't know. I just don't see it. And I saw Santos, when I saw her fight the champ, Shevchenko, she lost a split decision. And granted, Shevchenko was starting to slip, and everyone said, well, the next fight, I don't know if she lost the next fight or the fight after that. But Santos showed so much power, very powerful, very strong, very underground. And this is against Shevchenko, who's been outpowering everybody. I've heard rumors that Santos has got some legal issues. She won the last fight, or she got paid for a lot of money for the last fight. She didn't pay her camp. People have sued her. She's not in the same camp. That worries me. Those are red flags that people can't focus on what's going on because of what's going on around them. That worries me. But apart from that, I think Santos beats Blanchfield. Okay, Blanchfield is young. He's 24 years old. And yes, there's one theory. They're young. they're quickly evolving and changing and getting better with every fight. And Blanchfield has shown that she's improving in all areas. But that doesn't mean at 24 that you're going to continue to improve. Maybe you've reached your physical peak, as in like you just can't get very much better at what you're doing because of your physical abilities. We don't know that. All I know is Santos's physical abilities are very good. Blanchfield, I don't think she's been tested like this. I can't pick Blanchfield. Maybe I'm a Blanchfield hater. I did have called her Chesterfield before. Okay, granted. I don't know why. I'm not a fan, and I'm not sold on it. And I guess because everyone's sold on it, am I just doing the reverse just because, I don't know, just to push back on everybody pushing forward? You know what I mean? But I just can't see it. I mean, apart from something being mentally wrong with Santos because of other things affecting her in her life, I just think that this is going to be a big test for Blanchfield, and I think Santos can beat her, and we're going to find out in a hurry, I guess. But Santos is the underdog, and having feelings like this, I'd rather be going for the underdog. It's a low confidence pick just because of so much confidence coming in on the Blanchfield side. Am I just not seeing something that I should be seeing? So that's why it's a low confidence pick. But if I have not seen such big hype on the Blanchfield side, I would be high confidence on Santos because I'm fairly confident Santos will beat her. I think Santos is pretty good on the ground as well. I think she's very powerful. She can get out of certain situations. I think she can outpower Blanchfield in certain situations. I think Blanchfield is a great jiu-jitsu person. I think that Santos is too. You know, so then it goes on the feet. Santos has got way more power. Blanchfield has improved her striking. You know, is she better than Santos? I don't know. I don't think so. So Santos is going to be the pick. You know, low confidence. She is the underdog. Only low confidence because of what everyone else is saying, not from what I'm seeing. Okay, so Santos pick. Moving on. Rihanna Nakamura, 5'7", 60. Oh, sorry. Rihanna Nakamura versus Fernie Garcia. Rihanna Nakamura, 5'7", 68 inch reach, 7 wins, 0 losses, 28 years old. Fernie Garcia, 5'7", 67 inch reach, 10 wins, 3 losses, 31 years old. Minus 800 for Nakamura, plus 550 for Fernie Garcia. You know what? Everyone, I like Nakamura. I think he's a great striker. He's a great wrestler. I'm scared that he's falling in love with his striking a little too much. He stands on his feet way too much. He's got very powerful hands, and this is where Gregory Rodriguez fell into it. He was a grappler that fell in love with knocking people out, and of course he got knocked out, and then he went back to grappling. I'm scared that Nakamura is going to want to strike with Garcia, and that's Garcia's only path to victory. I think the UFC is figuring that they're bringing in Garcia, who's susceptible to wrestlers, to Nakamura to win because they want to promote Nakamura. Nakamura is a good prospect. They want to build him up. They want to build his name up and his brand. He's not to take anything away from him. He's very talented. So minus 800, I mean, it's ridiculous. Fernie Garcia has a path to victory. He can knock him out. So hopefully Nakamura doesn't stand with him too long. I mean, he could end up getting a knockout himself. But, you know, wrestling should be his game plan. But like I said, with Gregory Rodriguez, when you knock people out and it feels so good, do you continue to do it until you can't, until it's too late, and then you're sorry that you didn't wrestle? But Nakamura should be the pick. Fairly high confidence. He is the much better fighter. He's got a path to victory. He's a great wrestler. So I think this fight is just a build up for Nakamura. Moving on, Giga Chikadze versus Alex Caceres. Giga Chikadze, 6 feet tall, 74 inch reach, 14 wins, 3 losses, 34 years old. Alex Caceres, 5'10", 73.5 inch reach, 21 wins, 13 losses, 35 years old. Alex Caceres, big fan of him. You know, I've watched him since The Ultimate Fighter when he was, 20 or something like that. It was ridiculous. It was a long time ago. This guy has a lot of experience. He's 35 years old. What you see is what you get. He's very durable. He's very slick on the feet, got a karate style, hard to hit. and he'll take your best shot. He's quick. He's good on the ground. Years ago, he seems to be taking people down, but then he stopped altogether. But he's great on the ground as far as submissions. So once he gets you in an awkward situation, or he's grappling with you, and you are, how can I put it, in some kind of clinch position, he could quickly turn this into a submission. He is very fast, very dangerous. He can take you back and choke you out really quick. He is really good at submissions. He is not that good at taking people down, but he's great at submissions. So however he gets into those positions, once he's in that position, he has a high probability that he can take you out of there and submit you. Giga Chikadze, he's going to be the taller guy. He's going to be the better striker. He's going to be the crisp, more powerful striker. Better kicks. He just can't afford to get his back taken or anything like that with Caceres, because he is susceptible to being, submitted or controlled on the ground. He's got pretty good takedown defense. I think Alex Caceres doesn't have good takedowns. That's not the part I'm worried about. The part I'm worried about is some transitions or some kind of clinch and some kind of stumble where Caceres gets his back. That's what I'm more worried about. That's the only way Chikadze loses this. Caceres has got a great gas tank. Chikadze will be slowing down as the fight goes on, but hopefully Chikadze wins the first round through strikes, second round through strikes, and it'll go to a decision. And third round, whether he slows down and Caceres keeps going and keeps coming at him and wins that round, Chikadze should be able to win this by decision. Chikadze is taking a huge step back in competition as well, so he has fought upper echelon guys, but I guess he should, because he couldn't beat some of those upper echelon guys like Hader. Nevertheless, Alex Caceres is coming in on a hot streak. Great fighter. Love watching him fight. He's one of my favorite fighters. But I think Chikadze is going to win this by decision. 3 rounds. Moving on. Anthony Smith versus Ryan Spann. Anthony Smith, 6'4", 76 inch reach, 36 wins, 18 losses, 35 years old. Ryan Spann, 6'5", 79 inch reach, 21 wins, 8 losses, 31 years old. Anthony Smith, plus 110. Ryan Spann, minus 130. Anthony Smith already beat Ryan Spann 2 years ago. Granted, Anthony Smith does not look like the same fighter. He has also, I think he broke his ankle after the fact in another fight against Ankalaev. Ankalaev broke Anthony Smith's ankle. That's a good one, right? They're about the same height. Ryan Spann is an inch taller. He's got a longer reach. He's very powerful. I think in the first round, there is a really good chance that Spann can knock Anthony Smith out. Can he knock him out is the question. And can Anthony Smith survive? And will Anthony Smith look better than he has in the last couple of fights? Or has he gotten his physicality back and his stamina just in general? He just looks really worn out. And that scares me. At 35 years old, he is at the tail end. Not the tail end, but he's peaking right now. He's only going to deteriorate. He's got 36 wins, 18 losses. The guy's got, 54 fights. That's huge, right? So, and Ryan Spann, the guy gets either knocked out or submitted, or he knocks somebody out. There's no in between. So this is going to be a coin flip. Anybody can win this fight. If Ryan Spann doesn't knock Anthony Smith out, he's going to lose this fight. Coin flip. I'm going to go with Anthony Smith. He's already beaten this guy. I think Spann has some confidence issues. I think going into this fight, having already lost to Smith, will affect him. Anthony Smith's going to be the pick. I think he's got a path to victory, submission. He's got sneaky power. He's got pretty good punching. He's got, he doesn't have super powerful punches, but he's very accurate. And he's like I said, sneaky kind of boxing, and just manages to land a lot of punches that you wouldn't expect, and can hurt you. Hopefully he's still the same Smith, and hopefully it's not his retirement fight. He's going to get close to that retirement thing, right? Anthony Smith's a little bit of a head case too. I mean, looking back at all the other fights, like he had the last fight with Walker, I mean, even during the fight, you can hear him talking. Oh, you said shit about my family. And you can hear Walker saying, what? What are you talking about? And I think the same thing happened with Span. Is he was talking, yelling at him after he choked him out. And yeah, maybe that's what he needs to motivate himself. Whatever, however it works for him. But Anthony Smith's going to be the pick. Low confidence. He should get this done. Let's see what happens. Main event, Max Holloway versus Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie. Only the coolest name in UFC, right? Korean Zombie. I mean, we'll call him Korean Zombie. That's the coolest name. And I think I'm cheering for him half the time just because of his name. Max Holloway, 5'11", 69-inch reach, 24 wins, 7 losses, 31 years old. Chan Sung Jung, 5'7", 71-inch reach, 11 wins, 7 losses, 36 years old. Korean Zombie, 36 years old. He's starting to fade. He's definitely peaked. I've seen him slipping on a lot of his fights. He's a plus 125 underdog. Max Holloway's minus 750. He always has a chance to knock Max Holloway out, but Max Holloway's never been knocked out. Max Holloway is 4 inches taller. Max Holloway somehow has 2 inches less reach advantage, but that's not going to matter. Max Holloway's got a lot of volume. The Korean Zombie's got low volume. I mean, there's no way I see Korean Zombie winning this fight apart from some crazy knockout that this happens. I don't think he's going to submit Max Holloway, even though the Korean Zombie's got fantastic submission skills. I think Holloway's got good enough defense not to be put in those positions. But hey, crazier things have happened, and a plus 525. I guess you could always take a shot at it, but. I think this is going to be the Korean Zombie's last fight, if not second last fight. I think they have to fight because these are the top guys that have never fought before. Hopefully, Max Holloway doesn't hit him with 400 shots or 400 punches in this fight and, does a lot of damage to the Korean Zombie. Max Holloway, he's going to win this fight, right? That's it. Let's go over the board. All right, let's do this. Most confident. Again, okay, disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Only bet what you can afford to lose. You can take all the information on this board. I have it from most to least confidence. Take what you agree with. You can take portions of these. You can take all of it. You can just take some of the information I've prepared for you, and you can make your own bets as well. Take them as individual bets or in parlays. I'm not really going over a lot of prop bets. Most confident, Holloway. Holloway's got a lot of volume. He should be able to win this fight from the outside, and he's gonna outland. And he's too fast. He's going to outland the Zombie. And hopefully he doesn't make him into a zombie. Moving on, Aldrich. Aldrich, she's bigger. She's more powerful. She's better technically. She's got good gas tank. She should win her fight. Huge. Minus 550. You could bet it, but it's Aldrich. Who knows, right? I have no confidence in that big of a advantage for Aldrich. Crazier things have happened, right? Things can go wrong. Nakamura, minus 800 again. It's only a second fight in the UFC. Minus 800, man, that's crazy. You can see this minus 300. You can just go for it. You can bet on it, but minus 800, that's crazy. But he should win. High degree of confidence. Cortez, minus 260. Decent amount of confidence. I'm fairly confident he should win. That's not a bad price. Not great, but not bad. Moving on, Olajaychuk, minus 105. This is a pick'em fight. He was the underdog when I put this board up, but I thought now it's kind of a pick'em. So I marked him down in these lines, which means underdog. He was the underdog at that point. He's probably a pick'em, still considered like roughly an underdog. That's why I got the orange line. Tafa, minus 150, still not a bad bet. I mean, he's got a pathway to lose, but he also has a pathway to win. I think he's going to pull this off. Choi, again, definitely got a pathway to victories, mid-level confidence, should win against Aarons. Chikadze, definitely got a pathway to victory. I mean, I could even put Chikadze probably up here, but definitely mid-level. Caceres has got one chance to victory, and that is submission. And somehow to get his back and choke out Chikadze, which is, it's possible because Chikadze doesn't have the greatest of jiu-jitsu. So moving on, Bedoya, minus 300. I mean, he should be more high-level confidence, but Kenan has a path to victory, and that is knockout. And he's got serious power. There's always that chance that's floating around. And this guy, we've only seen him in one fight in the UFC. That's why it's such a low, in the lower end of the confidence scale. Santos, low end of the confidence scale. Again, I'm not sold on Chesterfield. So I think Santos, if she does not have a lot of personal problems that come to affect her, I think she's going to be the better fighter. I think she's going to win this one. Kinoshita, again, second fight in UFC, did lose the other one. You know, the other, Goff, he does have a path to victory. So that's why he's very low end on my confidence scale. We haven't really seen how he's going to fight adversity if he hits adversity in this fight. Goff does know how to fight adversity. He's very tough, and he's fought out of bad situations and come back to win the fight. So he's confident and stuff like that. So low confidence. Armfield, again, he's going to fight Kazama. Kazama, I don't think he's very good, but he is the perfect match for him where Armfield can get submitted and Kazama only has a submission path to victory. Low confidence against something goes wrong. And again, Smith. Oh, wow. Smith is plus 110. I mean, he should win this fight. But, you know, when you're reaching at the end of your career, you don't know where you are mentally and physically. That's the only thing stopping me from putting him in a higher confidence bracket. And Span being big and powerful, has got a chance for a knockout. That's his only path to victory. I can't see him submitting Smith. I think Smith is too good on the ground. Even though Span does have quite a few submissions, Smith is pretty good on the ground. I don't think he's going to be submitted. But he can get knocked out, so low confidence will be Smith. Again, bet online, 50% deposit match. Link is in the description. Buy me a coffee. Link is in the description if you like the content. All right. Well, I don't know if we're all going to be watching this live because it is Singapore. I think it starts at 2 o'clock or something like that. It's ridiculous. I don't know if I can make it. But nevertheless, take what I've gone over and please leave a comment in the comment section if you disagree with anything and if you have other ideas about these fights, if I've possibly looked at it the wrong way or there's something I'm missing. I'd love to hear from everybody. Again, if you like the content, hit the like button, helps with the algorithm. If you want to subscribe, it helps with the algorithm. You can subscribe and either put on notifications or take the notifications off, but the subscription does help. Please share this video if you found it useful. That helps a lot, especially to get me out to more people. I'd appreciate that. Other than that, good luck this week. And we will get together next week for the recap. And hopefully we've nailed all of them. It'll be 100%. It'll be a big celebration. Thank you very much for joining me again.